Everybody at some point in their life has something they want to accomplish, right? You have a goal, you have a dream, but there's always somebody out there who's already did what you're trying to do. And I've learned the power of mentors a long time ago. Mentors have allowed me to be successful. Mentors have given me great wisdom. And if we want to have an impact in life, realizing the goals and dreams that we have, we must choose wise counsel over rotten limbs. I'm 8 years old, and I'm walking in my hood on a hot summer day with my friend named Grant. Now, Grant is a little bit older than me. He's 10 years old, he's already 5 feet tall, he's dark skinned, and he doesn't listen to anybody. Now, one thing that Grant and I love to do is climb trees, because when you grow up in the hood, there's not much to do, but I can tell you one thing you can do that won't get you in trouble, and that's climbing somebody's tree. Now, Mr. Charles in the hood, he always let us come to his house. So we're walking to his house, we're trying to figure out which tree we're gonna climb today. Now, he has a huge tree, he has a medium-sized tree, and he has a small tree. So as we're standing in front of Mr. Charles Brown's house, I say to Grant, I say, hey man, which tree you wanna climb? Man, you know which tree I wanna climb. Let's climb the highest one. I said, which one? The medium tree. So we're looking at this tree. This tree is about 10 feet tall. Now I'm kind of intimidated because normally we'll just climb the big tree. It's only about 8 feet tall. But Grant was so determined about climbing this tree. So we walk up to the tree. Grant goes first and I'm climbing behind him. And then all of a sudden we hear, hey, get out that tree. We look up and it's Mr. Charles. He's standing in front of his door. Mr. Charles is 6'4", he's dark skinned and he's old school. He comes out the house, he says, get off the tree. So we climb down the tree, he meets us at the base, he say, hey, check this out guys, I understand y'all want to climb trees, I get it. And I don't have no problem with y'all climbing trees. But this tree right here, I know it don't seem like it, but at the top of these type of trees, they can become right. So I don't want you guys to climb this tree because when I was a little boy with my daddy, I climbed a tree like this and I fell out the tree. So I don't want you to hurt yourself, so do not climb this tree. I'll say, no problem, Mr. Charles, we won't climb that one. Now Grant, as hard-headed as he is, he doesn't say anything. Mr. Charles say, hey, you understand me, son? He's like, all right, man, whatever, man, we're not gonna climb the tree, man. But I know in my mind, the moment that Mr. Charles go in that house, Grant is going to climb that tree. Mr. Charles turns around, he walks back in the house, he closes the door. Man, I'm finna climb this tree, man. Now, I'm saying, Grant, I don't think you should climb this tree because, you know, he has a little bit more experience than us and I kind of believe him. What if that tree is right at the top? He said, man, that old fool don't know what he's talking about. I was like, fine. So Grant walks up to the tree, he starts climbing. Now, I'll give him credit. He's climbing this tree confidently and I'm starting to think to myself, maybe the tree is not right. Maybe Mr. Charles doesn't know what he's talking about. He gets halfway to the top of the tree and he looks down at me and says, hey, gee, man, I'm a Ninja Turtle. And he reaches up and he grabs this limb and all you hear is crack. I'm looking at Grant. I'm looking at the top tree branch. They're both coming down towards the concrete. Now I'm thinking to myself, is he going to survive this? Because I have no idea what's going to happen to his skull once he kissed that concrete. Grant comes down the tree branch. I stand over him as a concerned friend would do, and I say, hey man, you all right? He gets up and he starts crying, ah! And the middle of his forehead is a major split. Blood is gushing out. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him. Mr. Charles come outside, what was wrong with you? Didn't I tell you not to climb that tree? He has to call the paramedics because Grant can't even stand up. He's yelling to the top of his lungs. When the paramedics get there, they take Grant to the hospital and put 16 stitches and 3 staples in his head. And it was all because he chose a rotten limb over wise counsel. So my question to you is this. When it pertains to going after the goals and dreams that you have, are you choosing rotten limbs over wise counsel? Do you have mentors who are trying to do what you're trying to do? They've already climbed that tree. They already have the experience. They already know what the right limbs are. But because you're like my friend Grant, you're arrogant, you're choosing to not listen to that counsel, and you're climbing up the tree to grab a rotten limb. I would encourage you to listen to those mentors, because those mentors know exactly what they're talking about. Mentors have allowed me to be successful. Mentors have helped me not to grab rotten limbs in my life. And if you want to have the impact that you truly desire, living your goals and dreams so you can be an inspiration to others, you must choose wise counsel over rotten limbs.